How's it going, everyone? It is Thursday, November 21st, 2024. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take a look at the picks from the last video. So I had, I think, VRT as a day trade. So let's take a look at VRT. And I said, look, if it can get above VWAP, there's your day trade, but never quite got above VWAP yesterday. Didn't rally when that market rallied at the end of the day. So no trade on that one, although it did set up pretty nicely on a swing basis. You can see nice little doji sandwich over there. So VRT ended up being a no trade. The other one I recommended was Twillo, TWLO. Really like that pick. You can see that it was holding the gains yesterday while the market was selling off. And then we found a nice little bounce of VWAP, nice little buy entry signal over here. And then we're nice off to the races, getting through some support, some resistance at $100, and confirming that resistance on a 1 OP stock bearish cycle. So really like the stock. Nice volume today on this as well, and probably gonna keep this as a swing. So let's take a look at the other positions we have. So GoDaddy has been going and continues to just grind up higher. You see, it's not getting, the candles aren't like too big. You could probably draw a pretty nice, yeah, look at this, really nice straight line from this breakout, up and up and up and up and up. So really nice win on GoDaddy. Cart is having a little bit of a recovery, but again, is it going to get to 48 by tomorrow? Probably not, unless some major news comes out. So that's just going to expire worthless. Let's look at Team. Team is, we got it on this pullback over here added. Now it's testing this high, and it's going to try to test into the main gap. So if we can get through here, we have a huge amount of room on Team. And I'm going to double check this on the on my other chart here. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, look, if it can get through here, there's pretty much like a whole ton of room. From here, pretty much to about 270. So I think, let me see the best way I can do this here. Okay, we are back with the recording. So this is what I'm looking at on Team over here. You can see that there's a little bit of resistance at this level, maybe around 258-ish. A little bit of resistance, but again, once it can clear this level, we have a pretty good chance of going all the way up to 267, in my opinion, before we see the next high volume candles. And yeah, just strung a couple of these. There's some support here. Just keeping the super high volume candles. So anything above 2 will catch my eye. And you can see how the price can kind of interact with these levels as it's testing up. So yeah, I think we have a pretty nice void over there on Team. Reddit is pretty nice. So got it over here. All right, got it over here, added. Now the move is taking off. May add one more time on a breakout, potentially. But again, got a dip, moved up higher, probably on another little dip, right? The stock doesn't completely go, but from this open over here, oh yeah, I mean, that's just a massive rally on this stock. And then we have Dash. Dash is a little bit under right now, so not really rallying with the market. You can see yesterday we had this big sell-off, which I didn't like. Found some support, started to rally off over here. And now we're kind of stalling a little bit. Now, I'd like to see Dash kind of continue up higher. And with the picks that aren't working, so Dash is one of them. Amazon, not really a fan of this here. Selling off pretty hard. So Um, on these picks that aren't really working, I'm looking to probably cut them if the market doesn't advance probably by tomorrow, or um, looking to maybe take a better loss on this. So right now, if we look at Amazon, right, this stock had a big, nice rally up. Now it's not able to get back above 200, and I'm leading on that as support. So the fact that we are kind of selling down over here tells me to be a little bit more cautious. And if anything, I'm actually a little bit more bearish here. It looks like we might be even potentially test that 50 SMA. So, yeah, that's Amazon's not looking fantastic. AFRM, nice. So that's continuing up from yesterday. So yeah, couple of good picks over here. And then we have App. App is kind of break even right now, not really rallying too much. It's holding its own. I think we might see a bit of a steady move higher. We might not see any sort of steady buying here because the stock has made some big gains. So might see kind of a steady grind. But again, we're leaning on this AVWAP E, which is continuing to rise higher, getting closer and pretty much reducing kind of a moving stop over here, trailing stop. So that's some nice stuff today. Let's take a look at the market and our market bias and market opinion. So here is the comments I wrote earlier this morning, and shorter term technical here. We're finding some support. We're making some higher lows intraday. And our market is in the stair step pattern. So we're buying dips and we're looking to sell the rips, or at least take partial gains and reload on the next bounce, right? We're finding support at the gap, and the next short term cycle is starting to line up. And I think this is kind of the confirmation of that move. So, a couple things I would do. One, I don't mind being long SPY. I'm actually long SPY from over here, from 587.45. So very close to support as we're finding those higher lows. And the market came back, tested support today, and then kind of launched all the way back off. So my SPY bias is long. I think honestly my short-term bias is pretty much going to be a 3 today. We are into the gap, right? And making a kind of a slow move higher. So probably going to look to add a little bit to some winning positions today on dips. Now, fundamentally, technically, nothing has really changed. So we're watching this next bounce here. This next bounce will determine if we change our technical or fundamental bias over here. Now, short-term technical, we're getting ready to cycle up. I like the move that I'm seeing here in the market. Intraday, I'm not super bullish because of this move, which we're going to get to that in just a second. But now, I think there's a pretty good chance we see some follow-through buying into Thanksgiving. There is some chance we see a kind of a slow, choppy move higher, a weak follow-through, but we hold 584. So right now, I may adjust these probabilities, but if I were to adjust these based on this particular moment, I think something like this, where the follow-through buying, maybe this is a better word, steady follow-through buying into Thanksgiving. So if we see something like, 1, 2, 3, some nice green candles, 1, 2, 3, right, steady follow-through buying versus, right, maybe something like this. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe if it's a wider stair step pattern like this, okay, it's a weak choppy move higher. We're going higher, but we're taking a lot of steps back. So you really got to be either very nimble or very patient on the next bounce. But I still think the price action is likely to be pretty good. Now, the game plan for our swing traders is we have our strong stocks. We're adding on this leg over here. And then here you can take some start alongs for sure. Add. Yeah, you can add back over here. And I would, be looking to kind of ride these out through this next move up. And we're leaning on this support. So the fact that we're moving up higher and we have another little test that tells me that we are looking pretty good today. On the short-term market bias, let me update this to a 3. So yesterday we had another test of support, higher low than the prior day, and then a nice bounce to close the gap, which formed a nice little bullish hammer. So this is what I liked. We had this big drop, which is a little scary. Test, 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 lift off. All right, so test, right? You're seeing that already on the move down. This is a choppy move down, and our bias is a little bit more bullish. So we're not going to short this breakdown over here because we're so close to D1 support and we've been making higher lows. Instead, we're waiting for some signal up. And now the market is stalling at this level on this move up, although I do like this bullish, this move down on the bearish cycle, how it's not really been performing too much over here, and we're working off some of the selling pressure. So as long as the market can hold the prior day's high, VWAP, and kind of this compression level here, I think there's quite a bit of resistance coming in this way. Then I feel pretty good about taking some longs. Now, overnight, we had a gap up, and we had NVIDIA earnings. So let's take a look at that chart. NVIDIA had a slightly better than surprise, but really didn't do much in terms of the earnings support over here. Gapped up and then fell back in, filled in the gap, and now is finding some support on an intraday basis when that selling kind of stopped. Looks like 10:15-ish, it kind of stopped, found some support, and the market was able to rally. So that was weighing down the market. But if you look at the non-tech sectors like RSP, if you look at IWM, which is not as heavily weighted here, these sectors were actually pretty strong, and QQQ was pulling the market down. So really, the video was kind of dragging the market down. As soon as that bleeding stopped, the market was able to get some nice liftoff. So I'm going to keep an eye on NVIDIA today. It may have some gravitational pull on the market. If we look at the M5 here, you can see it rejected above its VWAP at 1130. Here's the market at 1130. Now it's kind of dragging down the market. So we really need to keep an eye on NVIDIA here, and I'd like to see it get above VWAP. That's kind of what I'm looking for over here. Okay. So what can we expect for today? Now, the good thing is that the market has made a pretty big move higher, but I'd want to see after this move a little bit of a test and a bounce and some steady buying. This price action here tells me that, okay, well, we have some more fighting at the highs. It's probably more likely to be an LPTE day rather than a trend day. I think a trend day is still possible, but I don't think it's going to be anything high quality yet. Looks like there's still a little bit of selling pressure we got to work off. And NVIDIA, it's got to hold those gains. So that's really what I am watching for today. But there's a couple of nice stocks that I thought could set up for some day trades. So it's the wrong tab. Let's take a look at a couple of picks that I like. First of which is CRM. This is a nice little pullback off a bullish flag. Definitely can go higher. I would take this. Wouldn't even mind taking this as a swing, to be honest. Right now, stock has compressed over here, and it's holding up pretty well while the market has been pulling back. So I don't mind taking the stock as a long, leaning on this support, this pivot support over here. Another one, DE. DE, nice big move over here. There's actually a chance to get an early here, and then you could ride that move higher. Net is looking pretty nice. Let's take a look at that. So nice, a big move higher, kind of compressing. So it's realized a ton of those gains. Netflix is one I actually like a little bit more because it started below the prior day low, and now it's holding up really well. So this could potentially be my pick of the day. I love this nice, steady move higher in the stock, and the fact that it is ignoring the market. So Netflix could be the day trade long for today, and I may actually make that over here. I'm liking what I'm seeing in that stock. The other one that I liked quite a bit, similar-ish pattern, VST. you can see that the stock is in a kind of a nice, whoops. So you can see yesterday, and here's a setup on the stock. So big move up here, flat yesterday, digesting the gains, and then continuing up that move higher, kind of a flat open, and see how well it held during the market decline as the market was selling down. And as soon as the market got some lift off, it started to continue a little bit higher. So there's a nice entry point here on VST. I don't mind getting long this stock. You can see, especially on the D1, we have a nice little doji sandwich over here. And intraday too, there's some nice relative strength, and we have this 1 OP bearish cycle, not really producing. A little bit of volume coming in over here, but as long as VST can hold this level, not too worried. You can also size it for a pullback to VWAP and enter over here. So VST might be the other long pick for today. We'll take a look at Snow. All right. Sorry about that pause. I had to post in the chat because I just took VST long here. Yeah, so Snow, big move up through here, and this line is actually a huge. If I put this price line up over here. Okay, where is this? Oh yeah, it's this. I believe it's. Where is this massive? Oh yes. Okay, this massive D1 candle, right? Super high R volume. That provided a little bit of stopping on this move over here. We broke through, we retested it, finding some support, and we may grind a little bit higher. So yeah, that is something I definitely like on Snow. But yeah, gonna go with Netflix and going to go with VST. I think this is setting up really well here, and yeah, I'm going to even get in on Netflix right now. Size that move. All right, got the order out on Netflix. We are in VST, so that's it for today's video. Pretty short, pretty sweet, but day trades favoring the long side over here. And if we can hug this cycle, and I want to see some liftoff on this cycle, and then we can get through the high of the day. Then we should have some clear skies. And I'm looking to add to some swing longs that are performing. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, everyone. And we're going to take a look at how these picks did in tomorrow's video.